Hey guys, this is Comic Fan again. I'm making a video from the most unusual places from my minivan in a Books A Million parking lot. I haven't been to Books A Million for about almost a year, so I saw it and I stepped inside. Anyway, I received a package today and I wanted to share that with you. I'm trying to put together a nice 80s 90s Spider-Man covers, good stories, kind of a collection. So in that process, I actually recently purchased a very amazing kind of something that was on my wish list, and I picked it up. So I'll tell you what I got. So as you can see, I got a 9.8 Web of Spider-Man newsstand copy. Beautiful cover. Obviously everybody knows what this book is. So why am I showing off this book? Well, it's a nice book. I liked it and I was excited to get it. But the other thing is that, as you can see, this is a 9.8 copy, right? That's why I paid what I paid for it. So this is obviously a very expensive book, right? But even though, and it makes you kind of, because the premium I've noticed is between a 9.6 and a 9.8 is almost like 4 times, sometimes even more, right? So the price difference between a copy, especially a newsstand copy that is 9.6 versus a newsstand copy that's 9.8 is almost 4 or 5 times as much. And we chase it, and I've chased it as well, because it's fun. It sucks up a lot of resources and causes a lot of family issues at times. So the reason I brought this up is because, and I'm going to be really quick about this, and obviously because I paid so much for this book, I covered the serial number to protect the identity of this book, keeping it anonymous so that they don't try to recall my expensive book that I paid so much money for. Anyway, I had 9.6 newsstands. They're beautiful. They literally look like 9.8, right? So, and then go from 9.6 to 9.8 is almost 4 times, 5 times the value. And it's crazy to think to want that. But, and your brain tells you, okay, well, you're going for a better quality. Is that really true? Because I'll tell you something, I have 9.6, they look perfect. I bet you if I send them in, they'll come back 9.8. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. I even looked at the graders notes. There's nothing inside, right? Because now the graders notes are free. So anyway, I'll show you something. There's a massive crunch right here. If you guys can see. Oh, you see it. Look at that crunch. Just that crunch alone would bring this bad boy down to a 9.6, right? Because I've seen that in books that are perfect, and then you're like kind of looking at corners and you're like pretending to see crunches just to make sense of the grade they're giving it, right? So there's this crunch right there, right? It's crazy. I don't know, I'm trying to show you. It's actually a pretty massive crunch, right? It's right here. Okay, so you see that crunch, right? There's that crunch right there. You can actually see that same crunch on the back. So it's not, you imagine, there's a nice little crease there, and it breaks color. There's no question about it, it breaks color. That's the first one, right? And that was the only thing that I can say, okay, maybe, their criteria, whatever, right? But no, this damage is on the spine. Let me show you. I don't want to call it damage because I paid so much for this book. I want to pretend that, or hope that this is still a real 9.8, but I'll show you, right? So number one, this is right here. I'll show you, okay? This is color breaking, or you see it, yep. Color breaking spine tick right there. It's pretty decent. And then in the back, there are a couple of spine streaks. I don't know what to call it. Well, the first one is here. And there's a couple ones up here too. Yep, there's another one right there. If you can see it, I hope I can do it justice. Right? Anyway, so my point is that, okay, so just to review, nice little crunch here. Like, that's a nice crunch. You can see that. same crunch. Same crunch here, right? So you see that crunch. So the point is that this is a 9.8 copy. A 9.6 I've seen sells for literally 1/4 the price, right? Because we all know that, we've seen that. But to get that number 0.6, 0.8, you're literally paying 4 times as much American dollars that can cause issues in your family, putting it on your credit card, you know, just for an arbitrary number. Really, that's how I feel. And I just thought I'd give you my feedback on that. I know there's been a little bit of controversy, you know, I know about 9.6, 9.8, but I have nice 9.6, you know, for early 90s newsstand copies. When I look at them, they look better than this copy, to be honest with you. So I don't know how they're grading them. I think, you know, one person actually joked around with me that they close their eyes and they throw a dart at the throw a dart and see what number it lands on. Literally, that's what it seemed like to me. So this actually, I love this cover. I'm happy about it. Obviously, I'm very satisfied with my purchase. Although I am protecting the, you know, the identity of this book to preserve its integrity. But anyway, but yeah, so that's what I think. I think grade chasing between 9.6 and 9.8, to me, not only does it sound silly, but it sounds just plain not. I mean, sometimes, yeah, if you want a book in a certain quality, I want it too. I think that quality between 9.6 and 9.8, I think is completely arbitrary. So looking at this, honestly, looking at this makes me happy that I have the books I have in 9.6 and didn't risk the financial issues to try to jump and try to get that 9.8, because literally it's arbitrary. I don't want to say they're giving out random numbers, but it's not clear with their criteria and it's not consistent. All right, I hope you like the video. If you like it, press like on community. I think the community is great. I think the grading is important, but I just think that there has to be a little bit more consistency, and I think there has to be a little bit more transparency, because this kind of makes me kind of, you know, think about what's going on. All right, thank you guys. I hope you like the video. Press like. It'll impress my wife if I get a bunch of likes. So if nothing else, do it for that. All right, thank you guys. Bye bye.